Welcome back to Briggs on Books, our international talk show where we talk to authors, publishers, editors, people who help people get their books out, book cover designers. I know so many of our viewers are writing a book now, trying to write a book, and guess what? When you finally finish writing, you got a whole nother job ahead of you getting your book out there, getting it published and the like. So we love to talk to people who've done it, who've got it done, who've written a book and got it out into the universe. Our next guest has done just that. Victoria Wright. Welcome, Victoria.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Tell our viewers where you are right now.
So my family and I, we reside in Inglewood, Colorado, just a little bit south of Denver.
A little south of Denver, and you said it snows there.
Yes, we get snow.
You get out, you drive in it, you shovel it, everything you have to do with snow.
Yeah, we do everything.
You do what you have to do to survive. By the way, I'm going to put the cover of your book up on the screen, Quiet Butterfly, and the cover is quite attractive. Tell us a little bit about it.
So The Quiet Butterfly is my debut young adult novel. It is about a 16-year-old girl who has two primary goals in her life, just to graduate high school and to not be like her mother,
Okay.
All the while trying not to be bullied. And unfortunately for her, everywhere they go, and they do travel quite a bit, the bullies find her.
Oh, boy.
And it is a story not only about outside bullies, but also the bully within. And sometimes that voice inside your head, that inside bully, can be worse than any type of outside bullying that people may encounter.
And when you say inside bully, you mean bullying oneself?
Exactly, exactly.
Be kind of hard on yourself sometimes. One question I always ask the author, but we kind of answered it, is who's this book for? Who's going to read it?
So it is written as a young adult novel. I do think that anyone can take something away from the book. My goal in writing the book was to help young people, youth, particularly females, understand that those things that are being said to them, being bullying physically, or if it's online or through social media, that's someone else's opinion of them. It doesn't mean that that has to be their opinion of themselves. And when that is left unchecked, that plants a seed into people. And if it's believed, it will grow. And then you find out later, you're halfway through your life, and you realize that you're living a limited life because you have these beliefs in your head that when you try to do something, that voice comes in and says, no, I'm sorry, you can't do that. And then you go back and you're like, where did this come from? And so it was written for the young adult to be able to understand why people may be bullying and how they can get their power back, as well as the adult and learning how to heal that inner child that's within them.
You mean for the adult that has been bullied? I mean, probably everybody has been.
Yeah, I mean, and it doesn't mean that it has to be the bullying in the sense that, you see on TV and, whatever. It could be something that someone said to you,
right,
even with love.
Right.
But it may not have been your truth, and it got in your head, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, well, they said I can't do it, which means I
probably
can't.
Yeah. Now, you have your own journey, or you're on your own journey seeking your own truth. Can you tell us anything about that?
Yeah, sure. So I consider myself an inspirational writer.
By the way, this is not your only book, right?
No, this is not my only book. So this will be my fifth book. And
I just happen to
everything
have a little,
that I've written thus far.
I just happen to have a little slide I'm putting up with your other books.
Oh, okay. Everything that I've written so far has been really very, very personal. And so I experienced a spiritual awakening about 4 or 5 years ago. I never expected to be a writer, never thought I could write, and I was guided to become a writer. And so the messages that are within my book really are around realizing your own inner wisdom and power that you have to create the world the life that you'd like to live.
Now, can you just, I don't know if we can see it on the slide, can you tell us the names of some of the other books?
Sure. So my first one is entitled, Healing Words. And the second one, which is a series, is Listen Within, Red, Red, White, and One Deep Breath. The series is about a 40-plus-year-old woman who experiences a spiritual awakening and how it kind of turns her life completely upside down and inside out, and how she learns to live with this new understanding that she acquires.
Yeah, all the books sound fascinating. Now, back to The Quiet Butterfly. By the way, I love to read young adult novels. I started when my kids were in school, would not read the books they were assigned, so I'd read them all and tell them what happened in the book. But then I can't stop reading them. I think it sounds like this one really has a good message about bullying, but how one overcomes being bullied. Some people call it blocks you have in your life that were planted in your head, and you have to find those blocks and move them out.
Exactly. Yeah, with this book, the book is broken up into 4 sections. The lifespan of a butterfly, and how, we all have different times in our life. Some of them are not as pretty as other times, but, in the end, we all can come out and fly, but we just have to take those leaps of faith and believe in ourselves that we can.
Back to who should read this book, it sounds like everybody should read it, kids and adults, and I hope it could really reach some young people.
I believe that that is my goal, and there are resources in the back of the book as well for youth that might be experiencing bullying, or educators or parents that know of children. There are a lot of resources out there to help people, so I also wanted to include that in the book as well.
Yeah. I remember back when I was a kid, all the way back to the 1960s, and there were bullies, of course. It was part of the culture then, and I remember even teachers participating in the bullying and making fun of people. And although somebody would say, "Oh, we're just having fun," but it does plant a subliminal thing in your mind that, well, maybe I am that way.
Yeah, it really does, and you don't think about it, until something happens in your life, or you find yourself having a fear, and then you're just like, where did that come from?
Right.
And it really takes a moment for you to sit there and quiet your mind and kind of go back and say, where did that fear stem from? I wasn't born this way.
Right.
It had to come from somewhere. And if you give yourself the time to do it, you can generally identify what the impetus was.
Right.
And then you need to then take the time to release it and recognize, look, I'm an adult now. That happened when I was how old? That kind of thing can't happen to me anymore. And then you take control of it again and release that fear.
Let me ask you this. I put on the screen your web address, healingwords.online. What will our viewers find there?
Oh, so it is my author's website. You'll find just a little bit about me, what I hope to help people with through my writings, and as well as a listing of all of my books. And I do offer customized meditations as well. So there's a little bit of everything, a little bit of press, a little bit of stuff. You can sign up for my newsletter. I do a weekly inspirational reminder, and so people can do that as well. And if they're interested in this book, they can go to the website and order an autographed copy.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Yeah, so, there's just a little bit of everything out there.
Yeah. Now, it sounds like this book would be a good idea with this book is if you go and order it on Amazon. It's on Amazon. It's everywhere, right?
Yes, it is.
Or on your website, of course. But don't go order one. Order 5 of these things and give them out to some people.
Please, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, adults and kids. I mean, my kids, we're going to some kid's birthday party every week when they're growing up, and they always wanted to take a gift. So this would be a great gift for a young person to get as a birthday gift. And you know what? When you give a book, they'll have that book in 10 years still. So it's a good idea. Thank you, Victoria. Anything else you want our viewers to know about you or your book?
You know, about me or my book? No, I just hope that people give the book a chance, take a look at it. I hope they read it, enjoy it, and if they do, please review it. You know, as an independent author, reviews and stars, particularly on Amazon, mean a lot.
Yeah.
So,
You know, I tell you, as a person who reads a lot of books, and I'm always having to pick my next book, those reviews really help. So, yeah, put a review on there. Goodreads, I write reviews on Goodreads all the time. I look on Goodreads, and I'm sure your book's there, too.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Thank you, Victoria. You're very inspirational. And I hope other people find you inspirational. But find your books, because I think that's where the inspiration will really come through.
Wonderful.
Thank you for your time, and I hope we have you back again, Victoria.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, we'll be back with another author right after this, so don't go anywhere. Thank you.